All right, so now let's take a look at a knee bar from the bottom position, from a bottom coyote guard position. Okay, so knee bar from the bottom. The Danaher team, they use Japanese names. They call it Kiza Gatame, right? Kiza meaning knee, Gatame meaning lock or hold. So a knee lock, okay? And I use the coyote guard a lot, especially for an older athlete. I think coyote guard is very, very effective. That's um, the tight waist series from the half guard with the scoop, and then we make our lower leg shift and we're torquing our partner's knee. So I'm not going to go over that series all in its entirety. I've done previous lessons on the coyote guard that can be checked out. It's probably the main or one of the main series that I think everyone should know from half guard. Just coming up on the underhook and then threatening the roll through. So a nice little dilemma there. But there is times when we get to the coyote guard and our partner is just really good at bringing the knee to our center line, and they try and bring the knee all the way across the center line to the 3/4 mount. When this happens, the bottom player is in a lot of trouble because the bottom player has an underhook. The underhook becomes nullified once your hips get flat and you get put in 3/4 mount. So we can use the threat of a knee bar to prevent this and also to sweep our partner, because once the pressure comes on, a lot of the time they have to just concede the bottom position. And I'll also just go over the knee bar from the top once we sweep. Some people refer to it as the dog bar. Okay, so let's just look here from the half guard position. All right, so I did a good job of getting my underhook. Let's actually move this way because we're gonna roll through a little bit. I got to my underhook and then I off balance my partner, bring him on top. My head is underneath his, like I have an ear to his belly button type position. I have a scoop, and then I'm going to make my Kosoto hook. So I take my outside leg and I pull it in. And now I just scissor my legs and let his knee hop out. I'll show it from the other angle so you can see the leg work, but this is the coyote guard, right? We're trying to roll him through. If he's posting on the mat like he is, we can pop up and start wrestling up to the back. Okay, so this is the series in a nutshell. So a lot of the time when we're here, we're in a great sweeping position, but my partner sometimes will take his knee and start to drive it across my body. So pick your knee up, right? And then this starts to happen. This creates a lot of problems. So if he pins, take your knee to the other side, please. If he pins me here, it doesn't matter that I have an underhook. I'm completely in defensive mode here. I never want this knee to go to this side. All right, now I got to really think about how I'm going to try and escape this position and just recover. So I always want his knee down to the floor here if I'm going to use an effective coyote guard. But what I can do is threaten a knee bar. Okay, so if I'm here like this, I'm pulling him in and he starts to pick his knee up. Okay, so from this position, what I'm going to be looking to do is cross my foot over his ankle as it was, and I'm going to try my best. Just square your hips up. Try and bring your knee up into the center line. Yeah. So as he does this, I'm going to take my legs and I'm going to try to extend here. Let's just turn. I'm going to try to extend his leg out. Just come down. Just come down. He's doing actually something really good. Just as a side note, if my partner pops up completely, go ahead. If he pops up completely, there is no coyote guard because I've lost all my connection to my partner. Okay, so if he can do this, basically what I'm going to be doing is starting to go into variations of open guard now because he killed my coyote guard by bringing his hips up. The whole system is predicated on me having tight connection to my partner. So let's say he brings his knee to the center. So from here, I'm just going to cross my ankles. And now what I asked the student to do is do a stress test, okay? The stress test involves my partner trying to bring the knee across as we showed before. What I need to do is have my thigh wedging the side of his knee, like a side knee bar, all right? If I just think about driving my hips through his knee, I don't have a wedge on the side and he'll be able to move the knee across and flatten me out. So what I need to do, I take my Kosoto hook here and I pinch my knees in, and now I do a stress test and ask, James, can you bring your knee across? Right? It's wedged here. And now what I can do is I go in tight on my scoop grip. Some people will lock their hands if they can. I just keep my hands in the same position. And now I'm just going to open my knees and I'm going to start to lift my hips up. So again, James, can you try and bring your knee across to the 3/4 mount? Can you move your knee across? So it's stuck, right? We always want to test these wedges and just make sure that we're doing the work along the way to have the best control. So now to finish the knee bar, I just cross my ankles. I'm going to open my knees up and I start to apply a side knee bar here as I pull my partner in. He could choose to bring his knee to the floor, which is great because it gives me everything I need to wrestle up and to roll him through. Okay, but otherwise he brings his knee through and I make sure that I can wedge him here with a side pressure. So he's already tapping, right? Now, what some people will do is they will concede the sweep. They'll start to instinctually fall to the other direction. So as I apply this knee bar, he just rolls through. Yeah. When we roll through, we basically got what we wanted out of the position. We're in a position now where we're hip to hip. We're almost chest to chest. Usually he's going to have frames like this, and we're in something like an over-under pass. So I could use this position to pass. If I want to finish the knee bar, I'm going to take my outside leg out, and I'll just take this mic off, and I'm going to use my right leg. I'm going to switch my leg now. Okay, so instead of the Kosoto hook, I use the classic half guard hook. Then the same thing, I'm just going to cross my ankles. My ankles are near the end of the lever here. I'm going to open my knees to the floor, and I just push my hips down right into his knee. Okay, he has the choice, if he's quick enough, to turn his knee towards the wall here. If he does that, I can put a leg Turk on, and I can just start entering this half guard passing position. Very, very good position to work from. So let's just look at it again. This time our legs facing the camera again. So I managed to do a good job in the half guard and get to my coyote. Let's just turn this way, bud. So I hit my Kosoto hook, scissor my legs, make the lower leg shift. Boom, I'm in position. Now this guy does a good job of bringing the knee across. Okay, if he brings that knee up and into my hip, that's a huge problem. I can't let him do it. So I'm going to be here. Go ahead, do it again. I make sure that my top thigh is wedging, kind of like a side knee bar. I keep my feet crossed. He tries to bring his knee across. I test the wedges. Now I just lift my hips, splay my knees, and I pull him in to get the knee bar. Right? It's actually very powerful. A lot of people will end up doing this. You'll be applying the knee bar. They'll start to roll through. Okay, so yep, he's rolling through, and we just get the sweep that we wanted. Or just straighten your leg for me. Or we can switch our legs and we can move our hips right down onto that knee. And then again, that stress test, can he clear his knee? He's pretty stuck here, right? And then I just drop my hips in, I splay my knees, and we get our dog bar, as they call it, right? The top side knee bar. So this is made very famous by a guy, Bernardo Faria. Okay, we'll just do it one more time, making sure that we get a better angle on the camera here. So I rolled my partner through. Maybe I'm here, he tries to bring his knee across, and I put that knee bar pressure on. I test him out. Can you bring your knee to the other side? He's locked out, right? I start to apply the pressure, and to relieve the pressure, he can either give me the coyote guard or he can roll through. So as he starts to roll through, go ahead. He rolled through. I'm going to switch my hook back to the inside hook, open my knees, and just finish the knee bar right there, okay? So it's a very nice, if you like the Coyote series, I really recommend incorporating this knee bar, the threat of the knee bar into your Coyote. It'll just give you such a good control, and it'll prevent your partner from flattening you out and killing your Coyote guard.